Hello and welcome back to Faranggolf. Today we are playing Phoenix Golf Club in Pattaya. It's been a couple years since I've been here last time, so have been really looking forward to playing this course. So let's dive into it. Let's make a review of Phoenix Golf Club here in Pattaya. So tag along, let's go.
Typically, I like to go to the golf course 2 to 3 hours before my tee time. I like to get breakfast in or lunch in. I like to go and hit couple balls at the driving range. And then, since I'm making these videos, I like to film the clubhouse and the locker rooms and the restaurant and so on. But during this trip to Pattaya, we've been sharing rides to the golf courses, and obviously it's not completely up to me what time we go to the golf course. So my friends, they want to sleep a little bit later and skip the driving range, and they don't need to film anything on the course. So I understand that they are hesitant on going to the course too early, and for that reason I didn't have lunch or breakfast here at the course, and I didn't have time to go and check out the practice facilities. Before we go and check out the clubhouse, I would like to mention that I left the link to the hotel I used on this trip into the video's description. So if you're heading to Pattaya and need a affordable, decent hotel, you could check out the hotel where I stayed at, and I absolutely recommend it for the price that I paid for it. I think it was 1,700 per night. So decent price and good value hotel in great location. Let's talk about the clubhouse then. It's quite huge and really nicely decorated. The golf course was established 1993, but the new owners have taken over 2014 and revamped, I guess, the clubhouse and all of the 27 holes as well during the 2014 and 15. So it's merely 10 years old establishment in that sense. I spoke briefly about the clubhouse with my friends after the round, and we all had the similar vibe when it came to the clubhouse. It felt a little bit eerie and empty. I guess it's because the clubhouse is quite huge and there's never too many players around, so it feels a little bit strange to walk the empty halls on the clubhouse. But not complaining, I prefer empty clubhouse to a overcrowded one. The locker rooms are above average. The white color scheme makes it look really bright and spacious. I like also that they have lots of mirrors there. That increases the feeling of space. Amenities are, as you would expect, nothing fancy but everything necessary. The shower cabinets were tidy and clean. Overall, the locker rooms were really pleasant, and they even offered shoe cleaning services after your round. The Proshop is absolutely huge and fully stocked. Just before this video, I released video of Black Mountain in Hua Hin, and that is the only bigger Proshop I've seen lately. So yes, they will have absolutely everything you might need in this pro shop. I checked out briefly the rental club situation, and they showed me one set in hand, and that was decent set with older tight-laced clubs and nice putter. They also had left-handed sets and sets for ladies. 1,300 baht for a set. It's a little bit on the more expensive side compared to the usual 1,000 baht rental price. The course itself is a little bit more expensive than the other two courses we played on this trip. If I recall correctly, I paid 2,600 or 700 baht for the round with caddy and cart. That was afternoon promotion, so after 12 or 1 p.m. you get that price. If you want to play earlier in the morning, it should be a little bit more pricier, but check out their website and Facebook to see the correct price or promotions when you are playing here. You can also check out the description for the link to Pattaya Sports Club. So if you happen to play multiple rounds around Pattaya area, you should probably join the Pattaya Sports Club to get the most competitive prices while playing here. They are not sponsoring the video or anything like that. I just tend to think that they are quite competitive when it comes playing golf around Pattaya area. Let's talk about the restaurant real quick before heading to the course. As mentioned, I didn't have time to eat on this day, so I cannot comment on the quality of the food, but I can show you the restaurant real quick, and it looks airy and nice, and here you can see briefly the menu. So the prices are as expected. Not too expensive, not the cheapest either. Sadly, I didn't have time to go and check out the practice facilities, but they have covered driving range with artificial and natural turf. Then they have 2 putting areas and chipping area as well, and some Western pros teaching at the driving range. Overall, 4 out of 5 stars for the clubhouse and facilities. Then to the course. On this day we had pleasure of playing lake and ocean, and out of those two, the latter ocean 9 was in much better condition and also visually more appealing to me. We played Bangkok and we played Pattaya during this trip, and both of those courses were overall in better shape than Phoenix Gold. Not really sure why that is. Are they making some maintenance just now, or are they making it a little bit later than the other courses? I'm not really sure, but none of the important parts of the course were in great shape. The fairways were not in good condition, the greens were a little bit slow, the roughs were a little bit under-maintained, and it was a little bit dry, the course overall, especially the front 9. And since this course is a little bit more expensive than the other 2 courses we played around Pattaya, I have to give the course 3.5 stars out of 5. If the course was a little bit underwhelming, the caddies were definitely not. We were playing hangover scramble on this day, so I guess the caddies had a little bit easier task helping us out than normally. We were more concentrated on the beers than chipping and putting, so the caddies didn't need to read the greens and help us out as much as they normally would have had. For 400 baht, they also have pretty caddies or umbrella caddies on this course for hire. Those are more entertainment-oriented caddies compared to the normal ones, and that's why they cost a little bit extra. But I'm not complaining about our caddies. They knew how to drink their beers, and they were good at entertaining on top of being professional caddies. 5 out of 5 stars for the caddies. I guess you already know how I feel about the value for money on this course. If we go and play better condition courses for cheaper, then value for money on this course is not on par at the moment. I've seen the course in better condition, and I know it will be in better condition when the high season starts again next autumn. But as it is late spring or early summer, the course wasn't top notch, and they are still asking, in my opinion, a little bit too much for what it is at the moment. So value for money, 3.5 stars out of 5. Would I come back here? Probably not. I kind of fell in love with Pattaya last time when I played there, and for similar cash, I would probably prefer to go there. That being said, we did have a great day here in Phoenix Gold. Huge part of that was obviously the great caddies who made our day. The facilities at the clubhouse are great, and unfortunately I didn't have time to go and use the practice facilities or the restaurant. I have a feeling that next time when we are in Pattaya with a big group of guys enjoying our long weekend and having some beers, we should come back here and check if the course conditions have improved or not. I hope this short review of Phoenix Gold Pattaya gave you some valuable information. If it did, please leave a like on the video and comment below where should I go and play next. Subscribe to the channel also if you haven't yet done so, and as usual, see you in the next video.